We're going to explore AILA, which is a tool that allows you to generate lesson plans and lesson resources. So it relies on artificial intelligence and a large language model at its core. It's essentially a wraparound for a large language model that's designed specifically to create lesson plan and lesson resources. You can see on the right hand side here the things it produces. It produces a lesson plan, a slide deck, 2 quizzes and a worksheet as well. Now when you get onto AILA, so when you access the website, this is what you're presented with. Now to access the website, the web address is labs.thenational.academy/AILA. You will be presented with this page here, and you'll be presented with a little box where you put your prompt in. Now previously we looked at having to put in detailed prompts that include the role, being specific, making sure you've got context there, make sure you're clear on the task. But this time, because it's a wraparound for a large language model, we just need to put in essentially the keywords, and then AILA then will go away and it knows to generate the resources that we need, because it's been programmed to do that. So essentially we are just putting in the keywords. So it makes the prompt part of it much more straightforward at this stage. So it's asking us to put the subject, the key stage and the title of our lesson in here. So the subject is we're going to choose a maths here as our subject, key stage 3, and we're going to choose the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So let's set that going, and what it will do, it'll take us through stage. So it's like you're co-creating the resources with the AI. So it's going to ask you questions, or you can fill out things as you go along, and you're taking you through the sections here. So you can see we're on section 1 of 10 here now, and the first thing it's asking us to do is, because AILA also has a database of lessons that's already been created, what it's doing is asking me if I want to use some of the lessons in that database. So AILA has thousands of lessons in its database on all sorts of different subjects across all different key stages. And because it already has lesson there, what you can do is you can use the artificial intelligence to augment the lesson that's already in the database. Or if you don't want to use the lesson in the database, that's fine too. You can just proceed and AI will generate the lesson from scratch. But because it has lessons in there, there's no reason why we shouldn't be using those. So we're going to go with one of the lessons that's been created. We're actually after the length of hypotenuse. That's what we're interested in teaching in this lesson. So we're going to use a resource that's already been developed on that topic to help develop our lesson. So here we go. So just click on continue here. So now, as we go through the sections, you're working side by side with the AI through each stage of the lesson. It's asking us questions now, and we can see if we're happy with these or not. So it's saying, are the learning outcomes and learning cycles appropriate for your pupils? So we can look at this now. So it's generated our learning outcomes. I can apply Pythagoras theorem to solve problems involving right-angled triangles, and then we've got the learning cycles there as well, 3 parts of the lesson. Let's assume we're happy with all of that, right? If we're not, we can edit and we can add things into the response here. But for time and speed, I'm just going to go through this now quickly and just click continue. So again, it'll develop now the next part of the lesson for us. So now it's putting in what prior knowledge, what the misconceptions are, and again, we'll just say we're happy with those. Again, takes a moment to go through some of these stages. And then it comes up with a nice starter quiz for us. Again, let's say we're happy with that. It'll then develop each of the learning cycles of the lesson episodes. So here we go there. You can see that again. We'll just go through this quickly. But as I said, at any point here, you can edit it and you can ask it to regenerate it in a way that maybe fits what you wanted to produce for you. So we're going to go through this now quickly, and then So generating the third learning cycle, and then it will generate finally an exit quiz. And then again, we'll say we're happy with all of that. And then at this point then, we can download the resources that it's generated. So saying lesson plan is now complete, would you like to review, edit some specification, or are you ready to download? So we're ready to download. So click on download lesson resources, and then you can choose to download them here. I've already downloaded these resources, so I'm just going to just show you the sorts of things it produces. So first of all, what it will do, it will produce a slide deck like this, which then you can edit, right? So it's in PowerPoint form. You can edit it to your needs as well. So even if it's not generating something perfect, you still have opportunity to make changes to it. So that's really good. It also has the lesson plan here as well, and also has the quizzes as well that you can look at too. So generated quite a few nice resources there that you can use. One thing just to be wary of that AILA can't do is they can't generate images yet. I do believe that's in the pipeline. I do believe that's something they're going to be producing for it in the future. But for the time being, yeah, it doesn't allow you to do pictures. But you can, as I said, you can edit all the lesson resources later on anyway after you've downloaded them, and you can add them in yourself. So that's an introduction to AILA. Pretty straightforward to use, and yeah, should and hopefully does make planning lessons a little bit of a quicker and smoother process. Have a go at that, see what you can come up with, try it for your own lessons, and just have a little experiment with it.